Hello everyone, I hope you all are fine and are doing well. We have completed the 11th chapter, that is Understanding Elementary Shapes. Let's quickly revise the chapter with the help of a mind map. We started the chapter by learning about the topic polygons. We learned that polygon is a closed figure which is made up of line segments. There are two types of polygons, regular and irregular polygons. Now what are regular polygons? The polygons which have equal sides and equal angles are called regular polygons. And what are irregular polygons? The polygons which have unequal sides and angles are called irregular polygons. We learned about the 5 elements of a polygon, that are sides, vertex, adjacent sides, diagonals and adjacent vertices. Now what are sides? Sides are the line segments of the polygon. So here we have 4 sides, AB, BC, CD and DA. What are vertex or vertices? Vertices is the common point which joins two line segments. So here we have 4 vertices, A, B, C and D. What are adjacent sides? The two sides which have a common vertex are called adjacent sides. So here an example of adjacent side is AB and BC. Next, what are diagonals? It is a line segment which joins the opposite vertices of a polygon. And last we have adjacent vertices. Vertices which have a common line segment are called adjacent vertices. So here an example of adjacent vertices are A and D, which have a common line segment AD. Next we learned about a three-sided polygon, that is a triangle. A triangle has 3 line segments, which makes that a triangle has 3 vertices and 3 angles. We learned about the triangles which are classified on the basis of the length of the side and which are classified on the basis of measure of the angles. The angles under the classification of triangles based on length of the sides are equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle and scalene triangle. What are equilateral triangle? A triangle which has equal sides is called an equilateral triangle. Isosceles triangle has 2 sides of equal length and a third side of a different measure. What is a scalene triangle? A triangle which has all the sides of unequal measure. And the triangles which are classified on the basis of measure of the angles are acute angle triangle, obtuse angle triangle, equiangular triangle, which is also called equilateral triangle because all the angles in an equiangular triangle are equal. What is an acute angle triangle? A triangle in which all the angles are acute angles are called acute angle triangles. That means all the 3 angles will be less than 90 degree. What is an obtuse angle triangle? A triangle in which any one angle is an obtuse angle is called an obtuse angle triangle and the rest 2 angles will be acute angles. We learned about median of a triangle and altitude of a triangle. Now what is median of a triangle? A median is a line segment which is drawn from a vertex to the opposite side. Now the opposite side we will have a point in the center. That means a point which divides the opposite side into 2 equal parts. So a line segment joining the vertex and the midpoint of the opposite side is called the median of a triangle. A triangle has 3 medians. What is altitude of a triangle? Altitude of a triangle is a line segment which joins the vertex to the opposite side of the triangle. Now wherever it is joining the opposite side, it can be the midpoint, it may not be the midpoint. A triangle has 3 altitudes. Next we learned about quadrilaterals. Quadrilateral is a 4-sided polygon. We learned about the elements of a quadrilateral, that are adjacent sides, adjacent angles, opposite sides and opposite angles. Now what are adjacent sides? It is similar to what you learned under the elements of a polygon. Adjacent sides have a common vertex. So here an example of adjacent side is side PS and side PQ. They have a common vertex P. Now what are adjacent angles? Adjacent angles are the angles which have a common side. So here angle P and angle S are adjacent angles. Opposite sides. So here PQ and SR are opposite sides. PS and QR are opposite sides. Opposite angles, the angles which do not have a common arm. So angle P and angle R are opposite to each other. Angle Q and angle S are opposite to each other. Next we learned about types of quadrilaterals. Under that we learned about parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus, square, trapezium and kite. Now what is a parallelogram? A parallelogram is a polygon or a quadrilateral which has opposite sides as equal. So here LM is equal to ON and LO is equal to MN. The opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. So here angle L is opposite to angle N. So these two are equal and angle O is opposite to angle M. The diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Next we learned about rectangle. Now in a rectangle opposite sides are parallel and they are equal to each other. So here we have a rectangle XYWZ. So the sides X, Y and Z, W are parallel and equal to each other, and side X, Z and Y, W are parallel and equal to each other. The diagonals of a rectangle bisect each other and each angle of a rectangle is a right angle. That means each angle is equal to 90 degree. Let's talk about rhombus. Now in a rhombus all the sides are equal. They are equal and all the opposite angles of a rhombus are equal to each other. So here we have a rhombus ABCD. So the opposite side the opposite angle A and angle C are equal to each other and the opposite angle B and D are equal to each other. The diagonals of a rhombus bisect each other and they bisect at a right angle. That means the angle formed is a 90 degree angle. Next we have a square. A square is also a quadrilateral which has equal sides and the sides are parallel to each other. Each angle of a square is 90 degree angle and the diagonals of a square bisect each other at a right angle. Next we learned about quadrilateral, that is the trapezium. Now in a trapezium opposite side, one pair of opposite side is parallel to each other. So here side AB is parallel to side CD. Last we learned about kite. Now in a kite the adjacent sides are equal to each other. So here we have a kite EKLI. So here the adjacent sides IE and IL are equal to each other and JK and KL are equal to each other. The diagonals of a kite bisect each other at a 90 degree angle. Last we learned about circle. Now circle is a closed figure which is not a polygon because it is not made up of line segments. Under circle we learned about parts of a circle. Let's start with the center. Now center of a circle can be named using any alphabet. Now the center point is equidistant from all the points on the circumference of the circle. What is circumference of the circle? The boundary of the circle is known as the circumference of the circle and it has infinite number of points. Next we learned about radius. A radius is the distance between the center of the circle to any point on the circumference of the circle. Next we learned about diameter. A diameter is formed by joining any two points on the circle, but there is a compulsion that a diameter should always pass through the center of the circle. So here we have a diameter PQ. Next we learned what is a chord. A chord is a line segment which joins any two points on the circumference of the circle. It may or may not pass through the center of the circle. So if a chord passes through the center of the circle, it becomes the diameter of the circle. So we can say that diameter is the longest chord of a circle. Next we learned about arc. Now what is an arc? An arc is the area of or the part of a circumference of the circle we have a minor arc and the major arc. So here an example of minor arc is arc PSA. Next we learned about segment. Now what is a segment? A segment is the area enclosed by a chord of a circle and the adjacent arc of the circle. So here we have an example of minus segment which is being formed by the chord LM and the arc LQM. Last we learned about minus sector and major sector. Now what is a sector? Sector is the area enclosed by two radii of a circle and an arc of a circle. So here we have a sector which has been enclosed by two radii OP and OA and it has an arc PSA. Last we learned what is a semicircle. Semicircle is the half of a circle which is formed by any one diameter of a circle. So students, these were the concepts under understanding elementary shapes. You need to learn all the definitions which are mentioned in the textbook. Practice the questions of the textbook. I will see you in the next interactive session. Thank you and have a nice day.